In the vast ocean, where the waves never stop, there are people who silently cling to the sea day and night, facing strong winds, cold water, and harsh challenges. They are not ordinary fishermen, but warriors on the sea, crab hunters. The journey to catch crabs is not simply about dropping nets and pulling cages. After hours of dropping the cages into the deep sea, it was time to pull them up with the biggest hope, a full catch of crabs. As the heavy steel cage was lifted from the water, hundreds of crabs were intertwined, claws raised wildly, a sight that was both vivid and pleasing to the eye. In the blink of an eye, the entire mass of crabs was poured into the tray. The sound of crab claws hitting metal echoed in the salty sea breeze like a song signaling an accident. Each crab is picked up by hand, sometimes wriggling vigorously, and carefully inspected before being placed in the container. The crabs of the right size and health are kept for sale, while the younger or substandard crabs are released back into the sea, preserving the ecosystem and long-term resources. Amidst the cold, choppy waters, a steel cage slowly rises from the depths of the sea. Wet, heavy ropes stretch in the fisherman's hands, carrying both excitement and anticipation. Little by little, the trap is revealed within it. The movements of countless struggling crabs can be seen. It is the result of patience and skill, a testament to an age-old fishing technique passed down through generations. The cage was lifted from the sea and the lid was opened, and each crab inside was dumped into a special measuring tray. In the drizzle and strong wind, the fishermen remained highly focused. Every operation had to be precise and quick. The crabs are placed in measuring trays to determine their size, an essential step to ensure compliance with regulations and long-term protection of marine resources. The qualified crabs will be kept, while the smaller crabs will be released back into the sea to continue growing. This is not just a job, but also a responsibility. Responsibility to the profession, to nature, and to the next sea seasons. On the wet deck, gloved hands are still working hard. The fishermen are performing the final step in the fishing process, measuring the size of the crabs. Each crab is lifted and placed on a measuring tray to check the width of its shell, an important assessment to ensure compliance with fisheries conservation regulations. Only crabs that meet the minimum size are kept. The rest will be released back into the sea to continue growing. After careful measurement, the crabs that do not meet the standard, too small or not strong enough, are gathered and released back into the sea. In the red net, dozens of crabs are tipped into the tray for the last time. From there, they will be gently brought back to the ocean, where they can continue to grow and reproduce. There is no waste here, only respect for nature and the cycle of life. For long-time fishermen, this is not just a rule, it is a commitment to preserve the seas for future generations, so that every trip out to sea can be a fruitful season. The circular trap was slowly pulled out of the water, highlighted by the white buoy and the distinctive orange netting. Meter by meter the line was pulled in, carrying with it the hope of another full catch of crabs. The crab measuring and grading work continues on deck. Qualified crabs are quickly transferred to containers neatly arranged, ready for the journey back to the mainland. Despite the chilly weather and the sea breeze, the fishermen are still working diligently. Their gloves are soaked, but they do not rest. Each crab is inspected, weighed, and graded according to the correct standards, ensuring the highest quality when arriving at port. This is the final stage before the end of a fishing cycle where precision, experience, and responsibility converge in every operation. After being sorted, the crates of crabs are transferred directly to the ship's cold storage, where the temperature is kept stable to preserve maximum freshness. Inside, ice is stacked evenly, covering each crab like a natural protective coat in the middle of the ocean. In the midst of a full catch of crabs, the fishermen continue to urgently sort and measure each crab carefully. Hands wearing orange gloves still deftly lift each crab up and place it on the measuring tray, a process that is repetitive, but never subjective. That meticulousness is how they protect their professional reputation, and also how they keep the ocean full of life. In the middle of the vast ocean, the small boat still persistently surfs the waves. The fishermen in yellow raincoats still stand firmly on the side of the boat, their hands firmly holding the rope, their eyes fixed on the trap that is gradually rising from the ocean floor. Thank you for watching. If you find it interesting, please like, subscribe and share to support those working in the sea. See you in the next videos.